couldn't make him get on the end of it. And what a great finish it is. Perfect volley, isn't it? Strikes it so well. What an excellent finish.
Hello again guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Lad for Set Play Gaming. This is the FIFA 23 West Brom career mode. It is the Road to Glory with Aidy Boothroyd Season 4 Episode 88. Now we are not going to mess around, we're going to jump straight into the games today. Finish off November. We're going to close out today's episode with a match away at Stoke City, and in midweek we'll be taking on Luton Town at Kenilworth Rd. But today's episode begins right at home at the Hawthorns as we host QPR, looking for another 3 points. If you're enjoying this series, don't forget to click the subscribe button and enable notifications. That way you can stay in touch with this series. Let's jump into the action and see how we get on. So we kick off today's episode with a home game, taking on Queen's Park Rangers. Despite their low league position this season, this is still going to be a difficult game. They've got some quality players. In the opening few minutes, 5 minutes, Malumbi wins the ball back, carries it into midfield, and he's going to play Karlan Grant down the left, and he completely sells Osman Kakai, cuts in from the left onto his right foot and smashes it past Mahoney into the corner. This is, make no mistake about it, a striker's finish, and he has the legs to run all the way over to the touchline and give Aidy Boothroyd a big hug, who's wearing his big winter jacket today with it raining. But that's a fantastic turn by Karlan Grant, edge of the box, cuts inside, and it's a great finish. Then on 18 minutes after clearing the ball, it's played back in by Macaulay Bonne. Willock takes a low shot, Palmer gets down and saves it, but then Caleb Taylor upends Willock, and it's kind of on the follow through. I don't think he lunges at him or anything, it's just like kind of runs into him. And so Willock, Chris Willock from the penalty spot sends Palmer the wrong way here and puts away the penalty. It's 1-1. I did say they had players to hurt us, and with Shodipo on the wing, always a danger. Townsend intercepts here just 4 minutes later. O'Reilly into Batshuayi, intercepted by Gubbins, but then given away by Gubbins. Grant into O'Reilly. O'Reilly spots the run of Batshuayi, and Batshuayi under the goalkeeper into the corner, and that re-establishes the lead to 2-1. Michy Batshuayi. Who else? You see the defender there, Clark's also been pulled out of position. Aidy Boothroyd happy that we've got that lead again. But now we've got to guard against complacency. And into stoppage time of the first half. Duzell into Macaulay Bonne. Macaulay Bonne into Duzell again. He's going to play this back. Duzell into Willock, making the run from midfield. He goes near post, and this time Alex Palmer guesses correctly and protects that near post. But Willock's runs, penetrating runs, are a real problem. Then in stoppage time, they win the header. Gubbins, I thought this was going to go in. It actually deflects off Malumbi. It causes some problems here for Palmer. He's ready for the header. Then it deflects. Look, what a great reaction save that is by the veteran goalkeeper. So we go in at the break with a narrow 2-1 lead. I said this would be a tight game. Certainly not having everything our own way, even though we're at home. All the games in the Championship are a real test. And then on 55 minutes, we're going to play this around, work it in. O'Reilly holds it up. O'Reilly spins him, gets for the shot, and Mahoney tips it away for a corner. Then the corner swung in by Diangani. Batshuayi's header with going for the corner there. Boothroyd thought that was 3-1 just before the hour. Diangana's cross delivered brilliantly. And then with 8 minutes left to go, we finally get the goal. Diangana into Karlan Grant. He wrong foots Gubbins and then smashes it off the inside of the post. It's been a while since I've seen a goal like this, and it does look very spectacular. It hits both posts before going in. That's a thunderous strike from Karlan Grant. Both of his goals really well taken today, and you can't really argue with that. Mahoney has been good for them, but he wasn't going to stop that. And then on 93 minutes in stoppage time, they're going to work it down this left-hand side, and QPR looking to make a game of this still, as Arkan's cross, and then Kelman gets up and heads it, but a great reaction save by Palmer to keep the score 3-1, and that pretty much brings the game to a conclusion. We start today's episode with a 3-1 win over QPR, who are struggling at the wrong end of the table, on to the next match against Luton. So our midweek game Wednesday night, as we're at Kenilworth Road to take on Luton Town, and they're going to make this difficult for us. They're not just going to roll over. You wouldn't expect that of a championship side anyway. In the opening 10 minutes, some high pressing here. Wallace wins the ball back. He's going to pull this back to O'Reilly. Inside the box, low shot towards a corner, and Istid gets down and pushes that around the post. Just needed to bend that shot, really. Not sure what Aidy Boothroyd's pointing at. Maybe he's pointing it to the wing. And then on 11 minutes, Malumbi is going to play this in. Wallace turns. Vizenen goes to the top corner, and it's a great save from Istid again. We are finding these penetrating passes, and we're getting shots on goal. Boothroyd, got to be patient. And then Tyler Burry's free kick on 14 minutes. He goes for the curling shot over the crossbar. Just couldn't keep it down, especially that close. It's always difficult to get it up and over the wall and then back down again. Not a bad effort. And then on 23 minutes, Shola Shortire cuts in from this left-hand side, and a ferocious right-footed shot, but unfortunately over the crossbar. Not a bad effort. Lots of power. Just needed to keep it below the crossbar. And then on half an hour, Wallace is going to play this in. Lovely run in behind the defence by Brandon Thomas Asante. And what a finish that is. With the chances that we've had, it's not surprising that we take a 1-0 lead here. Lovely run. Look at that run off the centre-back Vizenen. In between Vizenen and Osho.
What a great finish.
And he just smashes it past Istid. 35 minutes. Luton with a chance of their own. Played in. It's eventually going to come to Campbell. Campbell's going to set up Burry knocks it back, and Elijah Adebayo's low shot towards the bottom corner, pushed away by Bailey Peacock-Farrell. He's got to be getting that in the corner from there to score. So we go in at the break with a 1-0 lead thanks to Thomas Asante. Still lots to play for, and we have to focus as well. And then on 48 minutes, James Bree brings down Adam Reach, and Adam Reach would stay down for a few minutes. And it was one of those substitutions where it didn't force me to take him off, but it was also one where I tried to play with him for a few minutes so that he ran the injury off, but he didn't. So we had to end up subbing him. Tulloch is then played through by Wallace just after the hour. Ryan Tulloch beats Bree. Out comes Istid, makes the save. Thomas Asante with the follow-up and then cleared off the line. And then with 10 minutes to go, O'Reilly spins his man. He's going to play this in. Rico Richards down the left with an appearance. Nice cross. And I thought he'd actually scored there, Jed Wallace, but Istid again to Luton Town's rescue. Just needed to direct that in a corner. He hit it square at him. And then on 93 minutes, Tyler Burry trying to get into the box. Mepham with a great interception. And then a scuffed shot. Managed to get the ball away. And we hold out for the 1-0 win. So as I said at the beginning of the game, certainly not an easy match to play in. And Luton basically made us work for the 3 points. But I'm happy with the clean sheet. And 2 wins from 2 onto the final game. Alright, so bad news. Adam Reach has suffered a broken toe. He's going to be out for 3 months. The article points to it being the end of his career. and it's called time on his career early, that he won't be able to recover, but he's going to be back in February, surely. I don't think that's entirely accurate. But I thought I'd show this because, like I said, it seemed to be a little bit off. So our great fun continues, and at the press conference before the game, the media took chance to ask Aidy Boothroyd, are we good enough to get ourselves promoted? Have we got enough depth? And Aidy Boothroyd said everybody's going to play a part, and we're all going to use as many players as we can in the closing stages of the season. Obviously, we've not got through the new year yet, but here we are. We're taking on Stoke in the final game of today's episode. And a quick free kick on the 15 minutes. Laurent brings it down, sets up Cedric Roche, and his shot near post turned wide by Peacock Farrell in goal. Roche is their French striker. I'm guessing he's a gen of somebody else, but I'm not sure who. And then on 26 minutes, Wallace is going to turn away, play it into Batshuayi, who spins Sutar and takes a shot. It's pushed wide by Hermansen for a corner. Great turn that. What a save. Gets down and pushes it wide. And then Batshuayi tackled. Referee says free kick. Wallace takes it quickly. Diangana into Batshuayi, takes it into the box. I think he's going to score here. But what a diving one-handed save by Hermansen again. As he's just after the half-hour mark. Goes near post, tries to force it in with power. And then Diangana's corner swung in to the 6-yard box. And there is Michy Batshuayi. It's a great header from the Belgian striker. Celebrating with the away fans there.
It's a decent delivery into the box, and then what a great finish as well. Good connection with the ball.
Great connection, great glancing header. And then a few moments later, Jagiello into Cedric Roche, near post. And Peacock Farrell. How many times have we seen that in this game where the Com AI will go near post and then your goalie just kind of falls over without actually making the save? So I'm glad he stood up to the near post there. And then just before half time, Jacob Brown plays it in. Roche intercepted, comes back to Jagiello, and then Roche sets up Tashan Oakley-Booth, who has to do better there. Again, near post shot. Stoke fans were hoping to see the net bulge there, but he has to do better. As we go in at the break, we are a goal up against Stoke. And this one has got a tinge of anticipation about it. And just after the break, they actually break the deadlock and get themselves back into the game. I kind of knew they were going to do this. I knew that they were going to score. As soon as he chested this and took it into his stride. And then look at this. What I was saying about those shots before, where your goalkeeper just kind of falls down and doesn't really make the save. It's right at him. I don't know why he's letting the shot go past him. It's right. He could have just stood up and it could have hit him. But sometimes when the AI wants to score against you, it will. And then on 67 minutes, Wallace is played through by Diangana. And this time Hermansen coming up with a save. Nice vision from Diangana. Wallace does the right thing, trying to curl it past him. It's a good save by Hermansen. And then in stoppage time, we're putting the pressure on. Here's Townsend. He's going to swing it in, and they're going to get it clear. And unfortunately, we drop points here at Stoke. Wasn't really a whole lot more we could have done. I felt like we defended well enough. It was just one of those goals that they were going to score, unfortunately. But you know, we've done well. The last couple of episodes, moved ourselves up the table. But let me know what you think of the results in the comments. Alright lads, thanks for watching today. If you're enjoying the series, consider watching more content by clicking on the playlist available at the end of this video, and consider subscribing. That way you can support me on the channel and don't miss any future episodes. I'll be back on Saturday with episode 89. We take on Huddersfield, Charlton and Sunderland in more championship action. Thank you so much for your continued support. This is our lad for Set Play Gaming.